Hey, David, I just want to thank you for being here today. And I'm just going to jump right into it with you. My first question is, how has the present economic situation impacted your business, like the style of business that you're in?
Yeah, so I mean, with Ruckify being a rent anything platform, we're fortunate enough to be able to pivot into items that people are now going to be switching and looking for. But before, COVID happened, our 40 to 50% of our business was party and event rentals.
Right.
All of a sudden, party and event rentals or parties and events are non-existent. They're in fact they were illegal for a while. So now, we got to look at, okay, how can we still do what we do, but and help people. So one of the first things we did was partner with fitness centers. So look for gyms that are obviously closed. They're still closed. I think they're in phase 3 or something like that, but we still don't have a date for that. So we'll be closed for a while. We want to be able to help them monetize the fitness equipment that's just sitting there and get it rented out to people that are sitting at home, obviously still looking for something to do. So that's one of the things we're doing. We're also, the focus kind of shifted as to what people are searching for and needing. So fitness equipment being one, things to keep people busy at home being another. So board games, that sort of thing, projectors with, keeping the kids busy, doing a home movie night or something like that. That became a big, and home office equipment actually as well. So people that are now working from home indefinitely. So looking at desks, tables, chairs, monitors, that sort of thing. So, we're able and fortunate enough to be able to just alter slightly, kind of the items that we're looking for and the people and be able to get those into the hands of people that want them and need them.
Right. So, and you kind of answered a lot of my next question, so I'm going to change it a little bit. But how have you changed over the last little while doing business, probably more over the internet or less face-to-face?
Yeah, so I mean, that was an adjustment for me. I am a face-to-face guy for sure. I feed off people's energies. So, I'm basically on jumping from Zoom to Zoom meeting now these days. I joined as many networking events as I can in Calgary. For me, there's no such thing as a bad conversation about Ruckify. The more people I can educate, the more people I can connect with, the more people we can help. So, I'm really looking to speak to anybody that I can. When we connected, I was like, this sounds great. And for me, like I said, there is no such thing as a bad conversation. The more people I can tell, the more people I can educate and help. So, this is actually interesting because in a format like this, whereas maybe for me, like physical meetings, I wouldn't be able to attend as many. Now I can go back to back to back to back. It maybe potentially meetings that were across town or anything like that. So it's interesting.
Yeah. And so, like, what lessons have you learned that you think you'll take forward back into wherever forward's going to take us? Like, what we're heading to? I mean, it won't be the same, but whatever our new normal will be.
Well, good internet helps. But no, I mean, I think, just with the interactions that I've had and the being able to talk to people and connect to people just like this, I mean, to be able to have that connection still, I think is super important. And I think just, people, and being able to help people at the same time. So one of the things we were fortunate to do is we have a partnership with United Way to be able to provide them help get donations of old technology, so laptops, cell phones, and tablets, and get people to donate either temporarily or outright through Ruckify, and then we get them in the hands of the United Way and the organizations that need them. So one of the things was just the ability to be able to still do what we do, but also help people. There's a lot of people that are in need, and that's kind of opened the door to, well, how else can we get more involved in the community? How else can we help with organizations like that? I mean, wouldn't it make sense then if like the United Way, we can, we're doing outright donations, but what if another charity or nonprofit maybe just has people could donate items to their Ruckify store, and they could Ruckify items and make money for the nonprofit or the charity, right? So it's kind of opened some more doors, I think, and where we can help. So it's interesting.
No, and that's a really cool idea, actually. That's something that I think may have a lot of people starting to think. Just you saying that may start clicking something. Go, oh, wow, this is a really useful way of actually helping to build. In a time where you can't do the traditional door to door, I'm going to sell you chocolates or whatever the case may be. This is a great way of being able to still raise money for those things that are still vital, still needed. Sometimes more cases now than ever before. So
yeah,
that's a really great idea.
and that's funny. That's another, idea that we're kind of, entertaining and like looking to be able to partner with people on is like every kid, sold chocolates or something like that for their school.
Yeah.
Why not have, the parents help them out and donate with a Ruckify store, right? The proceeds either from an item or from their entire store can go back into the school, and the school could have a Ruckify store, and the proceeds go to them. It's, it's the possibilities are limitless, and that's kind of what we're thinking of now, and how we can get more involved and really make sure that we're able to do some good in the community.
Cool. So if you were talking to an absolute new business owner or somebody that's having to pivot their business, or even somebody that's looking to like start a side hustle, what would be some advice that you would give them today?
Well, I mean, if you've got stuff sitting around your house, you can put it on Ruckify. I mean, the beauty about it is, it doesn't cost anything to have a Ruckify account. There's no monthly fee. There's no startup fee. There's no amount to actually cost the items that you put on Ruckify to be able to actually. You can just post it as much as you want for free. So the only way we make money is off a completed transaction in a normal world. So we've actually waived that we've waived our 10% rental fee during COVID. That will be coming to an end. But right now, if you put something on Ruckify, 100% of the money goes back into the people that need it, right? So you post an item, you make all the money from that. And normally we only take 10%. So I would say, look around your house. If you've got, the popular items that are going to be coming up here are canoes, kayaks, paddleboards, barbecues, all the summer items that you're thinking of, golf clubs. If you've got this stuff sitting around your house, why not put it on Ruckify and start making your money? Like the one thing, the item that I was very surprised of, which was pretty cool, that happened with me over the winter, was I have this old prize wheel that I've had for 8-10 years, and it's been literally sitting and collecting dust. I rented it out 5 times over Christmas and New Year's to people that were hosting parties and events back when you can do that. But I made $100-150 in a couple rentals, which otherwise would not have had, and that was especially during that time when every dollar counts. So and now more than ever, with people out of work, with businesses have been closed. I mean, if you've got stuff that you haven't been able to that's just sitting there, you got inventory not used, you got items not used, you got a garage full of stuff, you got a storage locker full of stuff, get it up on Ruckify, and you can not only can you help someone in the community save money instead of going out and buying that item and only using it once or twice. So you're helping them save money, but you're also making money at the same time. So it's the community helping the community.
For sure. No, that's cool. So I know you've touched a little bit on this, but what are some of the plans for Ruckify in the future here? Like, what are some things moving forward that you guys will be doing and implementing?
So we're looking at a lot of things now. We're taking a different approach of how we're expanding into new cities. We're with, especially now with how the world is going. It's interesting. Like we've moved away from an office, and not just after COVID, we're probably only going to have an office for like drop-ins and meetings and that sort of thing. But this kind of opens the door of the more people we can hire and the more people we can hire remotely. So that makes the ability to expand across cities easier. And we're really hopeful about. We want to be, like I said, being part of the new economy. And like I said, wouldn't it make more sense, instead of buying an item off Amazon brand new, or wherever brand new you're only going to use once or twice, help out your neighbor. And that's, I think, when us realizing our ability to be able to actually really do some good and help in the community is really what's going to be putting us forward. And the more we get involved in the cities that we're in, I mean, the more we're learning, and the easier it's going to become for us to get the word out. And I don't know, it's just exciting times. It's the companies like Airbnb and Uber have kind of paved the way for companies like Ruckify now to come in. Like 12 years ago, it would have been weird for someone to rent out your basement and someone to sleep in your guest room. But that was happening all the time. So now it's like, wouldn't it make more sense for us to look within the community instead of just buying all these things to consume. And we're also looking at being able to partner with businesses as well. So the retail stores that maybe items aren't flying off the stores as much, and you have a rental option or a try before you buy option. So we want to be able to help on all fronts.
No, that's cool. That is really cool. And really, I think as much as I know that Ruckify itself is not an Alberta company, it didn't start out here. It started out in Ontario. I just think what you guys bring to the market is so valuable, especially to a lot of people that are looking at, reduced wages potentially or no wages at all. It's nice to have another avenue where you go, okay, well, I don't have to put all of my bags in one basket. Maybe I've got stuff that's just sitting around that I can use rather than just selling it and having a one-day payday, to have it pay me back over and over and over again. So
yeah,
I really like that factor.
Yeah, exactly. And, we're, with having the safe and secure platform that we do, I mean, this provides people a great environment to be able to do that safely. All of our users are verified. But you have to use your real name and address to have an account. It's not like you can just put a fake account and anyone's on there. We make sure that we're vetting people, that we don't, if you've been flagged for fraud or theft or a violent crime, you're not allowed on the platform. We're building a community of trusted users, and I think that especially speaks to the Calgary area and community, and the smaller communities too, Okotoks, Cochrane, Strathmore, that sort of thing. Really getting involved there, and offering this as another way for people to get their items out there and not just sell it once, but rent it out a few times. You can still sell it after.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, exactly.
No, that's cool. So how does somebody get started with Ruckify? How do they get onto the platform and get their self set up?
Yeah, it's super easy. Go to ruckify.com. I'll supply you with a referral code as well. So we have a referral code right now. Basically, when people use that referral code, they can sign up and they'll actually get $35 in credit towards their first rental. So you can use that. We have kayaks and paddleboards up there where you essentially get for free or for like 10 or 15 bucks, which is super cool. So you can use that, but you can use that to whatever you want on the platform. So like I said before, it's free to sign up. There's no monthly fee. There's no startup fee. We give you that credit that you can actually use to try it out. I would say, sign up for an account, look around your house, try posting some items, go through that process. We encourage people to stay interactive and use the platform as much as possible. So we even reward you for posting items that you have. So if you have an item that you want to start making money from, you can actually post that item, and then you'll actually get $5 Ruck Bucks, which is essentially our Canadian Tire money. So you get $5 in credit every time that you post an item. And we also want to make sure that where people are interactive with each other too. So every time you leave a review, and you actually get $5 Ruck Bucks as well. Okay. So we want to make sure people are staying active, staying interactive, and some people will just use it for posting, some people use it for renting, but obviously we want people to do both. So
no, for sure. No, I really like the idea. I kind of stumbled across Steve Cody a while back there and have followed the progress of all of this, and it's been really cool. It's something that I got on board with. Yes, I've got a Ruckify store. I am not an employee, so I'm not saying that I'm getting paid for any of this, but I do have a Ruckify store because I just really love the idea of what it is that you guys are doing. And I think it just gives Albertans an opportunity to go out and just do something for themselves. And so I just want to thank you so much for being on my show here again today there, David. And I wish you best of luck in what you're doing. And I know that this is going to just explode as we get to a point where there's a little bit less money flowing around in the economy, but people are still wanting to go out and do the same things and have those experiences. They're going to be using this. And I'm so glad you were able to come on my show today.
Well, thank you for having me. It was great to be here.
Okay. You have yourself a good one.
You as well.